Welcome to Beautiful, Confident, and Safe, a podcast by Lewisburg Plastic Surgery featuring Dr. Normington. Hi, I'm Jordan Thomas. In each episode of this show, Dr. Normington and I will sit down for an unscripted conversation about a variety of plastic surgery topics. Our goal, as with everything we do here at Lewisburg Plastic Surgery, is to provide you with the educational resources you need to make the best decision and allow you to feel beautiful, confident, and safe. Let's get started. Hi, Dr. Normington. How are you today?
I'm great, Jordan. How are you?
Good. So today I want to talk to you about tattoo removal.
Okay.
I think we all, at least some of us that have tattoos, probably have a few that we might regret.
Yeah.
So we do have a couple options for tattoo removal. Most patients will commonly see Misty or Trisha, our skincare nurses, to have them removed with laser treatments. Can you explain that treatment process to us?
Well, sure. So first of all, tattoos are obviously pigment in the skin itself. So in order to treat a tattoo, that pigment has to be removed. So one option is using a laser. The other option is surgery. So actually, the surgical option is probably the quickest and easiest option. So if it's a small tattoo in an area that is easily removed, the easiest process is just to have it removed with some minor surgery. So often a tattoo, for instance, down around the bikini line, a little tattoo down there, the easiest thing is to have us remove it with some minor surgery because it's a once and done treatment. From a cost perspective, it's probably the cheapest route. And in the end, it's probably the best result because often we can hide the scar from the surgery in a normal little crease or line that we might have. So for a few $100s, it's possible to remove a small tattoo with local anesthesia and some minor surgery. Sometimes the tattoo's in a place where we can't remove it with minor surgery. So for instance, in an area where the surgery might be more difficult, for instance, the hand or an area where surgery is not the best option, like sometimes around the ankle, things like that. Sometimes then, even if it's a small tattoo, a laser is a better option. And for big tattoos, really the laser is the only option. So lasers work because a wavelength of light is sent out by the laser machine, which reacts with specific pigments. So here at Lewisburg Plastic Surgery, we actually have 3 lasers that treat tattoos. And what we'll do is we'll fine-tune the treatment for the given color. So each color reacts differently. And the easiest colors to remove with lasers are darker pigments, things like black colors and blue colors. The most difficult colors to remove are brighter colors like bright greens and bright blues. They can be more difficult. Unfortunately, laser treatments are typically more than one treatment. Often we'll have to treat a tattoo anywhere from half a dozen to even sometimes a dozen times to fully lighten that tattoo. So with each treatment, we'll get a little bit of lightening. And basically, with each treatment, the laser beam goes out and it reacts with those pigments and basically destroys the pigments. And then your body's own reparative system kind of goes in and removes those damaged pigments from the skin and lightens the tattoo. And that's the downside of laser treatments is it's usually numerous treatments for people with bright multicolored tattoos. Sometimes we're talking a dozen, sometimes even 15 treatments to remove those tattoos. But the nice thing about our process is, again, we have a really sophisticated, state-of-the-art laser system designed to remove tattoos because we can fine-tune specific wavelength for the specific color. The other thing is, laser treatments have been around for, maybe 30 years, and the lasers have really become much better over the years. And right now, we have something called a PicoSure laser, and the pico is literally the length of time that the laser is interacting with your tattoo, and I think pico is like 10,000ths of a second or something, but it's very short. And what that means is that because the treatment time is very short, there's less heat involved. So The laser treatments can hurt, but because we're using a very sophisticated laser, there's less pain. But the other important thing, there's less heat generated. And when the laser reacts with the tattoo, the heat can sometimes lighten the skin or even darken the skin. So our treatment system will have less pain, but more importantly, less lightening of your natural skin, and we can provide a better result. So if you have a tattoo, I would encourage you to consider coming in and having an evaluation. Sometimes it makes sense to not use a laser and think about removing it with minor surgery. Sometimes we have to turn to lasers, but I think we certainly have the most sophisticated laser system in literally central Pennsylvania that treat these sort of tattoos. We can probably get you a better result with less side effects and probably less pain as well.
Right.
Yeah,
that's great. So you said it would cost maybe a few $100 to have it surgically removed. I mean, for the laser treatments themselves, like you said, they can take almost up to a dozen treatments, and each treatment is about $100, kind of depending on the size and the pigment of, basically based on the amount of time is needed to use the laser. So I would say it's probably more cost effective to have it surgically removed than.
Yeah, if we can, from a financial standpoint, it makes a lot more sense sometimes to treat these tattoos with surgery. Yeah.
Right.
And so the cost, what does a laser treatment cost? It's variable, and we kind of price them by the size of the tattoo. So obviously a huge tattoo on your whole back, it's going to be a lot more than a little tattoo the size of a quarter, for instance. So at a consultation, we can certainly determine, the cost for you. But a laser treatment might be $100 to a few $100s, depending on the size of the tattoo. And then again, unfortunately, you may get into a number of treatments with a laser.
Right.
Yeah.
And I believe that you can't really numb the area being treated when you're using the laser, correct?
Well, we do put a little numbing cream on.
Okay.
Yeah. So typically we'll have you come in, we'll put a little numbing cream on, and then give it a few minutes to get it as numb as possible, and then go ahead and do the treatment.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't require anesthesia, beyond some numbing cream. Yeah.
Okay, great. Well, thank you.
Sure. Thanks, Jordan. Great topic.
That's a wrap on this episode of the Beautiful, Confident, and Safe podcast, brought to you by Lewisburg Plastic Surgery and Dr. Normington. Please be sure to subscribe to our show so that you never miss an episode. And for more information on Lewisburg Plastic Surgery, please visit us online at lewisburgplastic.com or find us on Facebook at Lewisburg Plastic Surgery and Dermatology or on Instagram at Lewisburg Plastic. We'll see you next time.